How come some countries can do this and other countries can't?
The Apache helicopter.
Jeez! The level of firepower that America has is absolutely crazy.
We have the most powerful, most lethal, most sophisticated.
Up under, you can kind of see the weapon bay doors open. That's where all the big magic happens. So
the UK could never. The UK could never. Can you imagine the British Prime Minister standing there talking about we have the best weapons? So yesterday we did a video about the whole USA invading Venezuela, and yes, that was an invasion. It was not just a kidnapping, but it was also an invasion. And then we sort of got into the conversation about what's the difference between Putin invading Ukraine and Trump invading Venezuela. If you were to imagine it, Putin would go into Ukraine, grab Zelensky, take Zelensky's wife out of that expensive Bugatti that the British taxpayers are paying for, and then bring them back to Moscow. If that were to happen, the whole world would go absolutely mental. The whole world would go absolutely mental if Russia did that. Now, America did that just the other day. And why does America feel like America can do whatever they want? We've said it on our show, on Vibe Talkers. We've said it. You can't F around with America. You see an Apache in the sky, you better duck. The MH-60M, I think is what it's called. Bro, you better start running, bro. You better do a couple of Hail Marys and then freedom is coming for you. You know, we've said it on our show. We know why.
But the United States proved once again that we have the most powerful, most lethal, most sophisticated, and most fearsome. It's a fearsome military on planet Earth, and it's not even close. You know,
he's not wrong. It's not even close, and they know it's not even close. Like, you don't understand the level of firepower that they have. It's so much firepower that they sell their firepower. We did this. I did this yesterday in the video. I explained to you guys. Main export is firepower. There is no other country in the world that has a main export that is firepower. Do you know what I mean? Venezuela's main export is not weapons. USA has so much. They sell it to Israel, they sell it to Saudi Arabia, they sell it to India, they even sell it to Pakistan if they want it. Even though Pakistan and India are beefing. Like, if America says, hey, you need to behave yourself, you should probably think about behaving yourself, bro, before you get a whole lot of freedom. You know what I mean? In addition to the military strategy, like, when America became a country, they understood that for people to take them seriously, they needed an army. And not an army that you can joke with, but an army that if you saw the stars and the stripes, you'd probably be quaking. You'd probably be quaking. Like, I don't believe in the Colombian president's statement of, I'm here, coward, come and get me. He knows what happened to the last guy that did that. So I don't believe his bluff. I don't believe the Colombian president's bluff.
Saying it for a long time. Nobody can take us. Nobody. We don't want to have it. We don't have a discussion.
Nobody can take us.
But you read all and you see everything else. Nobody could have done that. Nobody has our weapons.
I'm trying to tell you guys.
Nobody has the quality of our weapons. The problem is we don't produce them fast enough. We're going to start producing them much faster. We're going to be very tough on the companies. We have the best weapons in the world, but it takes too long to get them.
The best weapons in the world. It's not a lie. It's not a lie. It's literally the best weapons in the world. The weapons are so good. And by weapons, we're not talking about like guns and ammo and stuff. No, we're talking about everything.
The F-35s, it takes too long to get them.
You know what an F-35 is?
So the A model of the F-35 is the only one that has an actual internal cannon or gun. So you can see that up on the left intake of the jet. 181 rounds of 25 mic millimeter. So bigger than a general fourth generation fighter carries, but smaller than an A-10. But we can set a burst round limiter, which is my favorite part, because you can squeeze the trigger as long as you want. Only 20 bullets here.
I like the way she's so passionate. I like the way she's so passionate about squeezing the trigger.
Up under, you can kind of see the weapon bay doors open. That's where all the big magic happens. So we can carry up to 2,000-pound bombs, all the way down to 250-pound bombs. It just depends on the variety of the mission. So I said seed is kind of our primary mission. So if we're going after a hardened target, a bunker tank, we might use the 2,000-pounder versus 8 little targets. We can kind of designate 8 little bombs to go 70 miles out and strike 8 different things. So that's pretty dynamic and pretty cool for us.
Yeah, so there's a waiting list for this jet that America produces. That's a whole lot of freedom. Jeez!
230 E1 30mm chain gun. So this thing is capable of firing rounds up to 625 rounds per minute at targets in excess of 3,000 meters.
You know, one thing I've always found interesting is the way this gun can move around. So to my understanding, right, it can aim both based on where the sights are pointed, but also where the pilot's head is pointed.
Correct. If we tie this thing to our helmet-mounted display, it can deflect up to 86 degrees left and right, 60 degrees down, 11 degrees up. Really advantageous because it allows us to engage targets even if the nose of the helicopter is not pointing at.
With this system, a target is able to be identified, tracked, and engaged using the full loadout of the Apache's weapons.
Right here we have the 2.75-inch Hydra 70 rocket system. So in this actual rocket tube here, we can take up to 19 rockets. However, we can put up to 4 of them on the aircraft. That'd give us a total of 76 rockets. What we can do here is load a couple of different types of warheads depending on the mission. Could be high explosive, airburst, or illumination depending on what we want to do. Okay, so on this next pylon, we got the AGM-114 Hellfires. This is actually the Apache's primary weapon system. This is used for tank busting. So we can take up to 4 per pylon, which would give us a total of 16 if we wanted it. Each missile, we got a couple different seekers that we can use. So these missiles can be laser guided or radar guided, depending on the mission. So today during the live fire, we're going to concentrate primarily on the rockets and the 30 millimeter. But believe me, the lethality of this missile is pretty incredible.
So to answer everyone's question, the reason why America feels like they can go into another sovereign country, kidnap a president, yeah, bring his ass back to New York, put him on trial, yeah, is because they have all the firepower in the world. And you can't say nothing. Colombia's out there talking. Cuba's talking. Cuba doesn't even have Wi-Fi, bruv. Cuba doesn't even have food, bruv. And Cuba's out there talking, bruv. Cuba would be quick, bruv. You know, going to Venezuela, extracting the Maduro, 2.5 hours. I'm assuming 6 months of planning. You know what they would do to Cuba? Yeah? Cuba would just be like breakfast, bro. The Mandem would just wake up in the morning being like, what should we do today? Oh, the guy in Cuba's talking shit. All right, let's go see him. Now? Yeah, now. Jump in the Apache. Jump in the Apache. Put one of those bullets. What are they called? I don't even know, but flare bullets or whatever they're called. I don't even know, bro. It's so American. I don't even know what it's called, bro. All animals are created equal, but some are more equal than others. Vibe Talkers, we out.